I declare and I decree, if the Lord so God help me, that that woman will never come on my platform, even if it's about her, even if it's about filmmaking. Honey, she will not come on my platform with a friend like her who needs an enemy. Y'all, I can't believe it. Again, let me say this. I can't stop people from reporting on what they want to report on. My job is not here to do that. God shines on the just as well as the unjust. Things happen. And I've gone through all of this. But baby, this so-called friend, you need to be sat down, ma'am. You are so out of control. It's one thing that you think that you are the family's PR, which they did not request, to tell. I mean, if you have talked to family members, then why do you think you need to come on YouTube and tell people? I don't want no friend like that. That ain't no friend. And don't get me wrong, you all. Let me say this. She is not the only one who knew about this situation. Okay? People were hitting me up, asking me where Tita was. And my response has always been, she is not dead and she is on sabbatical. That's it. That is it. Now, it wasn't my job. I wasn't trying to cover for nobody. It wasn't my business. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. That stuff don't get me. I just don't. It's just what I don't do that. So that's neither here nor there. But this thing about Jay Dunn with this talking about my friends, and girl, you ain't a friend to nobody. You don't do that. And you are just using Peter's name to build up your platform. Now it ain't enough that you doing that. Now you asking for cash apps? Ma'am, are you serious? Did Tita ask you to do that? Did Tita family ask you to do that? And nobody don't trust you? I mean, I don't. Look what you doing. Oh my God. And baby, I don't want that kind of. Let me tell y'all something now. Let me tell you something because I feel this in my spirit. I'm hot as fish grease right now. I told y'all that lady had problems. I told y'all that that lady don't know how to read social cues. I told you that that lady got issues. She don't know when to stop. She don't. And y'all sit up there and placate her and enable her to do this mess. And I've been saying this, and I've been saying this, and I've been saying this, and y'all, and the only reason y'all allow that lady on your panel because she's a filler, okay? And she causes chaos, confusion, constriction, all the things. And we've been telling y'all. But this Peter thing is way beyond a Ness, a Brianna, a Lemon. It is way beyond this because Tita is not here to defend herself. Tita cannot speak for herself. Tita got enough issues, and now she got to deal with baby shark teeth over there doing the most, doing things that nobody asked for her to do, and just trying to build up her name. And it's not about you. Oh, I wish you would sit down. I wish you would go to a therapist and talk to somebody. And even me saying this, you still don't get it. You need help. You need help. Because this is ridiculous. Now you asking for cash apps. Oh, Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. For Tita. And I'm like, well, don't you got all this money? Don't you got trust funds and insurance policies? And so why don't you just give Tita money? Okay? Why don't you give Tita the money? No, I am speaking on what is being done, Willie Gilbert, so you can shut the fuck up. That's what you can do. I am talking about what's being done. So that's what you can do. Because I am tired of folk using people for this. And I wish they would shut up. So that's what I'm telling you. Now, if you don't like it, get the hell out the room. But it ain't the day to day, ma'am. It ain't the day to day. Okay? It ain't the day to day. You got somebody using somebody. And it ain't right. So it ain't the day to day. And I ain't apologizing. I said what I said. And I'll add more to it before I take anything away. I said what I said. Thank you. Jamila, that's what I'm trying to say. I am not talking about what's going on. I ain't talking about the situation. I'm talking about the junk around the situation. I am talking about somebody who got mental illness and y'all are encouraging this woman. And it's crazy. Now, I said what I said, and if you don't like it, kick rocks. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to call it out as long as I can. Because it's wrong. She knows it's wrong. You ain't that dumb. But I am tired of your incorrigible behavior and using people. This ain't your time to shine, niece. This ain't your time to act like you somebody good Judy. Because you ain't. Just because you held some men and didn't say nothing. Well, who the hell? Well, keep on holding it in and shut your double-breasted lips. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm coming back on here because I felt like it. I'm coming on because I am tired of this foolishness. Now you trying to collect cash apps? Sit down somewhere. You're out of order. Now, all of this money you got, all of these trust funds and insurance you got, use that, friend. Use that. Use your money, friend. That's what you need to do. I mean, with friends like that, damn it, who need an enemy? Who needs an enemy? That lady didn't ask you one time to come out here and say nothing on her behalf. And let me say this. Now, I'm going to say something. Somebody already told that content creator to beware of you because you ain't right in the head. Now, that lady don't need you to do nothing for her. Only thing you need to do is get on your fat knees and pray, okay? And if God tells somebody to give something, they'll give it. But since you got all this trust fund damn money, then you spend your money. You lying wonder. I'm telling you, you a mess. And you got, I know that you got something wrong with you. Ain't nobody with good sense would do this. Who goes and brag about their friendship and then tell everybody what's going on to push clout that they friends? Are you serious? Are you serious? And I don't think it's funny. I think you are in a dark place when somebody who you say is your friend, and this is what you're doing to them on the outside. And I'm looking, I'm like, are you serious? And you think you somebody's friend? Now, she ain't coming on my platform. It's one thing if you don't like Tita. I'm going to say this. It's one thing if you don't like her, and if you're talking about the situation. But this person here, let me tell you what she's trying to do. And again, I'm going to say it, and I don't care who likes it, I'm going to say it. You are going to the edge to say things, but not be seen as somebody who's spilling tea. And you trying to burn the candles on both ends. And you are wrong for that. You don't have no business spilling this lady tea if you her friend. If anything, you should have kept your mouth shut. And I'm going to tell you, again, I don't know what you had with Bambi, but obviously because of somebody's affiliation with you, some of this thing came to light. And y'all want to blame it on Ness. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think somebody been blabbing and running her mouth. And because of somebody's affiliation with somebody who does all of this crap, voila, this is what we have. And now it's not enough that you up here disclosing things that we really shouldn't know, thinking that you the bomb diggity because you knew, which you're not the only one who knew. You're the only one who's sitting here running your damn mouth. You. And now you asking for cash app. You ain't the only one who have access to people. You ain't the only one. But the difference is everybody just didn't talk about it. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm back. Just because we didn't talk about it, that didn't mean we were hiding. That meant that we didn't think that it was content that we needed to put out there. I didn't think it was my place to do it. Folk knew, but again, we ain't trying to be friends and that's my friend. And let me tell y'all what happened with my friend. Let me give y'all the 411 on my friend. Friends don't do that. And I'm not blaming Ness. Look. Me and Ness don't see the eye to eye on a lot of things. But let me tell you something. I don't blame Ness for this because somebody put that out there and they said, here are the crumbs and y'all can find them. And baby, they found it. But she's not the only one who knew. And it ain't my business to tell, even if I knew or not. But you don't have folk running out here using this lady's name trying to get clout. And I'm only coming out because I don't think it's right. And I think J. Dunn needs to sit her ass down because you are out of order. And then what really pissed me off is you tried to make the whole thing about you. Talking about something y'all didn't know what I was going through. Who gives a damn what you going through? You always going through something. And it's usually self-induced because you did it. And I mean, it's a sickness that you think everything is about you. It's not. Stop it. It is not about you. Baby, we was doing stuff for folk in Florida. Whenever I was in Hurricane Katrina, nobody ain't give a damn about Hurricane Katrina. Girl, that thing, we weren't even on YouTube then. Whenever I was, whenever I was, it's all about you. Whenever I was sick, no. girl, is she really doing this right now? Is she really crazy? Whenever I was, look, y'all, that thing done got in my spirit again. That thing done got in my spirit again. Here we are. We were very clear. If you were in Florida, and we didn't care if you was in the storm, through the storm, around the storm, we were doing it. And we gave people, hey, if y'all want to bless the folk, y'all can. That was it. It was not mandatory. It was not an obligation, but people did it. We went to Georgia and also South Carolina and North Carolina. That's it. And then all of a sudden, here she comes. Whenever I was in Louisiana and New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina, and no, and I'm like, girl, we weren't even on then. Here you are trying to take a storm that we don't even have nothing to do with. It ain't even, girl, that was before we was on YouTube, and you trying to tie that in. I'm like, this girl's sick. And now she's trying to do the same thing because she went to jail. Ma'am, you came close to going to jail because you put somebody's news up on a community post. And how can you take something so serious like it's like YouTube banter to you? This is a serious situation. And I'm really not getting in detail with the situation, and that's what I mean. But I'm not talking about the situation. I'm not getting in detail with that situation of who, what, when, where, how. But what I am getting into is stop using this for your content. Stop using this lady to get your. Stop using her family like you CNN News. Okay, ma'am, you're no David Muir. Okay, you are no Robin Roberts, boo. You ain't Gayle King, nor are you Oprah, ma'am. Sit down somewhere. Have you told the family what you're doing? Have they agreed to this? I know Tita's sister would be livid if you was doing this. I don't think Tita's sister Jacqueline know you doing this. Do they know that you on YouTube? I think that if they wanted to let us know something, that Tita got the channel. And I'm sure they could get on and say what they want to say. And they don't need you. Who you? Who you? All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. But let me tell you something. Baby, begging for cash apps done got me. Now that thing done did me right there. It ain't enough that you trying to use the family just to get information. You don't care about them folks. You don't care about Tita. You just care about getting information and coming out here to seem like you're relevant. Okay? If that ain't enough, now you're begging for cash apps like you United Way or you FEMA or somebody or the Red Cross. Now you may be the Red Gums, okay, but you is not the Red Cross. Not but you is not the Red Cross. And I'm tired of it. And Ness is in here today. Let me say this again. Me and Ness don't see eye to eye, but baby, Ness is not the cause of this. And again, I don't like folk talking about Tita, but this is the B sector. And folk gonna do what it is. I mean, it is what it is. But Ness did not break this. Somebody was running their mouth, and somebody who did not like Tita because of somebody that they used to date put that out there. So don't go blaming Ness. Now, Ness can be blamed for many things, but this, not today. Now y'all understand why I don't let Baby Shark teeth on my platform. Now y'all understand why I think she's dangerous. She didn't even understand the implications of doxing somebody's phone number. And when I had to tell her, and when I had to go to the police office and let them listen to all of those derogatory and homophobic slurs, and the police officer said, she better be glad that she said this because we would have brought her in. You were that close to being in Texas in somebody's jail. Because what people were saying it was ridiculous. And it's because of what you did. And again, nobody who has my number has ever done that. No one. And baby, I have gone to battle with some of these people and nobody but you. You know why? Because you crazy as cat pee. Crazy as cat. And starving for attention. And if you don't stop it, you're going to be in somebody's jail or somebody's court again. I'm sick of it. Leave that lady alone. Leave her family alone. Leave those family members who are dealing with this alone. Leave those damn people alone. Leave them alone. This ain't your battle. This ain't your fight. Begging for damn cash apps. And here you are, you a trust baby. You got all of this trust money. You send your damn money. Ooh, that thing done burnt me in my spirit. I just can't believe it. It's like you don't have no home training. You don't have no home training. You act like a spoiled brat. You act like an only child, and your parents should have disciplined you, and what they did was gave you everything you want, and this is what you do, and you saying no, and this is what you do. Whenever I was, girl, stop it. And that's what makes me so damn mad. And she tried to make this about her. She tried to make it about her. Girl, it's like you done stayed at the Birmingham jail with Martin Luther King. Okay? You act like you was with Nelson Mandela on Robbins Island, girl. Okay? Stop it. It's craziness. Them people don't want you to know that lady's business. And if you are talking to them to just get information, shame on you. Shame on you. You ain't helping. You a hindrance. Ain't no friend. You a snake. Y'all need to stop encouraging and enabling this woman. She does it because y'all allow her to do it. Y'all let her come on these platforms and wreak havoc. Y'all let her do this stuff. That's why I cut her. Never seeking attention off of this lady and her family's name. Talking about that's my friend. And a real friend don't have to say it. They just walk in it. You think you the only one who speak to this lady? And then you bragging about it. Like you got some Girl Scout honor. Like you got a damn honor badge. Are you serious? Leave that lady alone. She didn't ask. Not in this way. And I hope she didn't. And I don't believe she did. Because I think Peter got sense enough to know that you ain't crap. Ooh, I almost said a bad word. I came close. And I know because somebody already forewarned Tita about you already. Because people know your works. Oh my God. Just awful. Just awful. Just terrible. And now want to collect cash apps. No, you use your trust fund. You use your trust fund. Hey, Sparkle.
Oh, the day of reckoning is here. Those suspended teeth, let's be clear. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, the beef sector needs to do a blackout on the gums is already blacked out from the teeth. But, child, thank God. I know Rodney feel justified. Shout out to all the riding leaves. Pastor, go off, go off, go off. You got every right to. This is sick, like lady, man, whatever the science injection plan, whatever you are, dentist with no fans. Just stop. Like, stop. You gotta pay people to get on a panel and act like an animal. What's the tea? What is the tea? Child. Right in, y'all come up here because I'm done with this poverty suspension teeth rodent with no relief or a jail won't cure the entails or the sales. Let's get it on. Child, I can't love you, Pastor. Oof, child. Mm-mm.
Say this, you all. I don't hate nobody. I just hate these actions. Something being used and being exploited for someone's wicked, twisted intentions. That's what pissed me off. And I said that I wasn't going to talk about Cheetah, and I'm not talking about Cheetah. I am Jadon's actions and how she is using.
I'm not going to talk about the situation because I said what I said earlier this morning. But what I am tired of is this lady. Lyric. Hold on, y'all. Lyric. Get to the house. That's what I'm tired of. Can y'all hear me? Hold on for a minute. I'm sorry. I'm getting to the house. Okay. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the room. Please put a 1. Now, so let me say this again. Okay, good. Let me say this again. Earlier today, I said it's alleged. I have said that it could be not, because again, I really am not going to report on it. A lot of people are already doing this. People are saying, well, you should already know. No. And again, there may be some legal things, so I'm not trying to do that. So I will say that. However, the reason why I'm coming on now is I'm tired of people using this lady's name, talking about their friends. And they're rolling that I'm friends, and I'm friends, and I talked to her son and I've talked to her daughter. Well, if you talk to her son and you talk to her daughters, then why do we need to know about that? Why do we need to know about that? Why do you think that it is appropriate to do that? Let me say this. Now, I don't know about you all, but when I have a friend, I try to cover my friend. If I have a friend, I may know some things, but I am not trying to embarrass my friend. And when stuff comes out that may be embarrassing about my friend, I try to just step beyond and behind that. And if I need to speak on that situation, I am going to speak on what is known, and I'm going to leave it alone without any opinion, without anything. Now, I said what I said. I said I'm praying for both families. I'm praying for Tita, and I'm praying for the family that is alleged to be affected. That's what I said, right? And that's it, and that's all. But friends, don't sit there and give a play-by-play color commentary of conversations and what family members have said. Friends don't say that I'm a victim too, and that that's not a friend. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. Friends don't sit here and collect cash out for folk, and folk may not know about it. And I think it is in poor taste, and I think that person don't know no better. And if she does know better, shame on you. Now, stop asking people to do anything. And I'm not saying that Tita would not appreciate it, but I don't think that Tita would want your help this way. I don't think Tita want anything y'all can do is pray for the lady, pray for the people. Okay? And that's what I will say to you all. I don't know who collecting the cash out, but I'm gonna tell you what, I ain't giving one dime because, again, she ain't the only one who talked to people. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I think it's terrible. I think it's done in poor taste. And I just wish she would just sit down and be quiet and stop using this lady for content. Now, it's one thing. And can I say something else too? You all noticed that she was hitting panels and panels and talking about it. She's my friend and all of this stuff. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, it almost seemed like she really wanted to spill the tea, but she didn't want to be seen as not a friend, or she didn't want it to look at it as a betrayal. I really feel that. And then now she's playing this role that I kept this for so long and I'm a real friend because I kept it so long. Baby, you ain't the only one who knew, but you were the only one running your double-breasted lips. You. Once again, people were emailing me. They were emailing and texting Vivian. And our response was, she is alive and she's on a sabbatical. That's all you needed to know. She is alive and she is on a sabbatical. The real K-Fit, and it probably is. You know, and let me say this too. I find it very odd that people can relish in that. But when they had a whole record, and when folk were finding out that they had a probation officer, and when people was finding out this, honey, they had real big problems with that. They had a real big issue with that. But she can so freely talk about this lady's situation, but she didn't want nobody to talk about hers. Y'all, stop supporting this foolishness. Stop supporting this foolishness. This person has some issues. I think she is functioning, but something is not right. That elevator ain't going up to the top. I think this person has no idea of social cues. This person don't read the room. This person will tell something just to make a scene. And I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. So I had to come on after the Cash App situation. Oh, I had to come on. I'm like, no, she ain't. No, she ain't doing this Cash App. No, we ain't getting ready to have For the Love of Tita. We gonna stop this right here. And let me say this. I don't know if y'all watch Spill It Boy's channel, but Spill It Boy said some things, and this proves that this woman ain't right. Way before we knew about that housewife situation, here she is trying to sell it to Spill It Boy. And Spill It Boy is right. Because, baby, if she do something for you, you ain't gonna never live it down. And again, he saw her a mile away. She can't even hold water with that. Okay? I'm serious. Let me say this, y'all, and I'm going back to this again because I want you all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Y'all, I talked to Jay Dunn. I said, Jay Dunn, take that lady's picture down. Take their pictures down. I said, you claim that you have this good job and that you're doing all of these things. I said, Jay Dunn, it's not a good look. Take those pictures down. And it was almost like talking to a child because it was always a justification of why I should do. And you don't know what they did to me. You don't know. I'm like, take it down. I pleaded with her. Then the next thing you know, because she did something on the platform, so I think I might have dropped her off the platform. My number is floating around here. And like hell, am I gonna change my number? I ain't changing my number. But baby, I had those voice messages. And one day she came on my platform. I'm like, you don't understand. You dropped. I'm like, well, I didn't do nothing. It really didn't cause no harm. No, because you didn't receive the phone calls at the other end. You didn't receive the phone calls of people saying the F word and I'm going to come for you in those threats. And I'm going to tell you, I took it to the police department. And it was one thing that saved your ass. Because, baby, if you wouldn't have said something in that sentence, I would have had you brought up on charges. And after that, no sooner than all of that happened, Bambi got your behind served. And you had already been told, Jay Dunn, stop that. Because I said the law is going to catch up with you. And you didn't listen. Now, I am going to tell you on today, please stop speaking on that woman's behalf and her family's behalf. Because what's going to happen is somebody's going to catch wind of what you're doing, and you might find yourself in another court situation. Nobody, I don't believe, and this is my belief, and I'm not saying that I know it to be true or not. So let me go back to that. In my heart of hearts, I don't believe that they ask you to collect money via Cash App. Okay? Now, you all be very careful with this story. Be very careful because, honey, these DC people will have you wrapped up in court, and y'all need to be careful. You don't know who knows what. You don't know who knows who. You don't know. You don't know what people are watching these vlogs. You don't know. And I would hate for somebody to be getting served papers because they done follow behind this crazy girl. And I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it right there. You all, I'm just disgusted that that this person has become a fundraising mechanism for somebody. Become a see me, I'm in the spotlight. And I'm gonna say this. I've come against this and said it. Spill it, boy. A lot of people are saying, sis, you need help. And maybe this is a virtual intervention for you. Maybe this is a virtual intervention, but sis, you got a problem. And you have a problem with being obsessive. You have a problem with not knowing when to stop. You don't know boundaries. And I think you need to back up because I don't think this is going to end well for you. I don't have no hatred for you. I'm just really concerned about what you're doing. I'm just really concerned with this attention deficit that you have, that you think that you need to use other people to get things done. I sat there and listened to you make that woman's issue about you. You always make it about you. If somebody got stabbed, you got stabbed 7 times and shot. If you went on a cruise, you went on a cruise and a flight around the world. If somebody got 2 degrees, you got 17. It's always a one up on somebody. Daughter, niece, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, you all? I'm being, but I'm gonna tell you what. I'm truly disgusted. And again, I'm not talking about this situation. I'm disgusted with what I'm seeing and the things that are around this situation. It's already a bad situation. Number one, it's not a good situation. Number one, but now you got somebody making this situation almost like a high school pep rally, and they're the lead, and they want everybody to bow down and say, "Oh, you're such a wonderful person, Jadon. You're such a great friend because you held this secret for a year, Jadon. And oh my God, you're now gonna do a cash app to give to her. Wow, Jadon, you're an admirable person. Oh my God, and you're staying in contact with the family, but yet letting us know, oh God, you're such a good person because you really care for Miss Tita. You're a really good friend, and you're telling us all her information because you're a really good friend. So you want to be friends of the YouTube beef sector, and you want to be Tita's friend. You want to use her family members as information conduits so you can come out and disseminate it to us so you can look good. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And it's wrong. Okay, I've said enough, you all. Baby, like I said, as long as I can help it, unless the Lord says, let that lady on your panel. And I mean, I got to hear from the Lord. I'm telling you, and I'm going to ask and I'm going to question the Lord about 2 or 3 times. But unless the Lord say something, you ain't coming up on my platform ever, because you are a dangerous person. And I'm sure Tita has a cash app. I am sure there are ways that people can help Tita. But my thing is, the way you can really help Tita is leave her the hell alone. If you want to help Tita, get on your knees and lift up a prayer for her and know that family and put them in God's hand. That's how you can help her. That's how you can help her. You ain't the only one who ain't say nothing. And the sad part about it, the people who know or the people who have knowledge now have to come out and come against you, because again, you trying to use this as a moment like you are the only one with access and you are the only one. And again, there are some things people know, but it's none of anybody else's business. People have known for a long time, but we didn't think it was public consumption. I like Tita, and unfortunately, this stuff came out, and that is unfortunate. And I wish it never would have come out, but it has, and there's nothing we can do. We know how the beef sector run, but I'll be damned if you're gonna sit there and continue to do this and use this. I can't believe it. Correct, real K Fit. Correct, correct. No, view, we cool. I just wanted to have a conversation of why, it went left when I went on over there. But baby, right now, view, I'm so far beyond even going off and having that conversation with you. View, we really don't have no issue. If I have an issue with you, usually it's for the show. And let me say this, view, I don't hate you. I just want to have a conversation. But right now, I can't even have a conversation with that because this has really made me upset. This has made me upset because view, she's using this lady, and it's just like, girl, stop it. And you're so blatantly out there. We can actually see what you're doing. You ain't even discreet about it. That's what killed me. You ain't even discreet about it. So my focus is really on J Dunn today and what she's doing. Not about Tita right now. It's about what J Dunn is doing. Hold on for a minute. Oh, now she sent me a text, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the text. I'm gonna read the text. Say this, J Dunn. I owe you shit. I owe you nothing. Because if this is what, so J Dunn just hit me up telling me shut the fuck up. I am not. Because if this is what the family doing, honey, they need to go ahead and hire somebody to do a better job. That's what they really need to do. And again, simple as that. Y'all got Tita's cash out because I don't feel comfortable taking money in this climate. Yes, something wrong with her. And let me tell you something. If her family don't know your ministry, honey, they the crazy one. They the one who gonna get ready to suffer. So I'm not going to shut up, lose my number, lose me. Don't text me anymore at all. And you made this about you. And let me say this, even if they did tell you to do that, this ain't about you. This ain't about you. You told everybody about your situation. Yeah, she texted me. Yeah, she texted me. And you ain't gonna sit here and threaten me. Do you all think that J Dunn is a friend to Tita? Do you all think that J Dunn is acting in a manner of being a friend? If you think J Dunn is acting in a manner of being a friend, put a 1 in the room. If you don't think that J Dunn's action is friendly, put a 2 in the room. I'm just really interested to see. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. She said I owe her apology. I don't owe you nothing. So a lot of people don't think your actions are friendly. A lot of people are giving you a whole 2 in here. I see a 1, but most of these things I see 2 because people are looking at your movement. And again, J Dunn, my thing is you don't need to tell people all of that latest business. You don't need to tell people and give them a play-by-play color action of this. Oh, you meant to type 2. So that ain't even a 1. Who needs an enemy when you got friends like this? Let me tell y'all something. I had a friend that went through something and somebody had threatened her. This person was dating this guy and she did not know that this man was married. So one day she was FaceTiming him and she happened to see a bra on the bed. And she said, "Whose bra is that?" And he tried to say it was his daughter's or his niece. She said, "Oh no." And then this joker, so when she broke it off, when she found out, because he had no ring on, he said he wasn't married, but she was observant to see that bra on the side of that bed. Okay? Very observant to see the bra on the side of the bed. When she decided to break it off, that joker threatened her. He threatened to send this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I said, he ain't gonna mess up his marriage because if he gotta take you down, he gonna have to come down himself. And I was right about it. And you know what? I ain't gonna ever say nothing about that. You know why? Because that's my friend. That will go to the grave with me because that's my friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if somebody would have disclosed it, I would have said, "I don't know anything about that. You need to speak to that person. I don't know what you're talking about." You know what though? According to Jay Dunn, she said the family did. And that's my question. Hello, Pastor in chat. If her family didn't bring it to YouTube, why would they ask someone to come to YouTube to ask for money? It doesn't make sense to me. Well, maybe J Dunn can explain it on her channel. I guess she wants the attention, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, a lot of people have Tita's Cash app. And if you want to do something for Tita, send it to Tita. Send it to a family member. Send it to Tita. Oh, I know it is, Dr. Lashana Rue. Yeah, pop up. And why? Why? What's the use of that? Why do you tell that information? Why? Why do we need to know when somebody graduating? See, that's what it don't make sense. See, that's what get me. Why? Why? Or you can send it through JPay. Maria said apparently a few people knew about the situation beforehand and y'all or they didn't say anything. That's commendable and respectful. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's respectful. Yeah. But she gonna hit me up, y'all, and gonna tell me to shut the F up. That's what she told me. And that her family told her to do that. Oh, okay. That's how they moving now? Shabbat. Did the family tell you to tell the folk about the boy's graduation and when he graduating? Did the family want everybody to know that too? Child. Everything ain't for YouTube, just Andrea. Everything ain't just it's not for YouTube. And this is what she fails to realize. Everything ain't for YouTube. Everything ain't for YouTube. And sometimes you ain't helping, you hurting. You think you helping, but you hurting. And what really got me is because y'all don't understand, because I was going through some, and you trying to bring Tita stuff into your stuff, so I guess somebody could feel sorry for you. I don't know, but it's a sickness, and I think it's sad. So let me read this. Let me read this thing again, y'all. Let me see, because she sent me a text message, baby. Hold on. So if that's what they sent you, Jadon, if that's what they sent you, then I think you really need to just say that. And you don't get no apology from me. I don't care how much you text me. You do not get an apology from me, because you've been saying a whole lot. You will not, and I repeat, you will not get an apology from me, because everybody sees what's going on, and you will not get an apology from me. Hold on for a minute, y'all, because she's texting me. She's actually texting me. Hold on for a minute. Oh God, y'all. Jay Dunn, you're not going to get an apology from me. I'm telling you that right now. You're not getting an apology from me. And again, you don't need to be telling me that you sending T the money. Again, that's the problem. You want everybody to know. Let me say this again, Jay Dunn. Do what you do in secret, and God will bless you openly. But when you got to tell people everything that you've done for people, then you've gotten your reward. So, you know what? If you want to impress me, give it in secret. If you want to impress me, do it in a mannerable way that if people want to give, they can give. If she has a cash app, set something up for her in the system that she's in. But I'm not apologizing to you. Absolutely not. You ain't getting one from me. I'm sorry. You're not getting one from me. And you can text me all you want to. You're not going to see. No, God sees you. God sees you. And at the end of the day, nobody ain't using this woman for no, you are doing this. And everybody is seeing what you're doing. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Again, this is sad. You get no apologies from me. No apologies from me at all. This is sad. And what really pissed me off again, you all, is the situation about her in the jail and all of this stuff, and how. And I'm like, baby, why are you equating your situation to Tita's? It's not about you right now. Why do we need to know about Tita's grandson or son graduating? Why we need to know about that? Why we need to know about that, niece? Why we need to know about that? Why do we need to know color commentary on everything? Saying, well, I done talked to his sister, and what? Really? You know, really? Let me say this, Jay Dunn. Tita is not dead, and she's on sabbatical. You all have probably heard or seen the things that have gone on, and really, I don't want to make folly out of that. and that's what you do.
Hello, J-Bo.
And Jay Dunn, you just be careful with me because I'm holding these texts, and you just be very careful with me. You almost came close to having to come to Texas because of some junk you've already done. So you tread lightly because I don't have a problem. So again, yeah. Hey, Jamila, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'm all right. I
Um.
just it's just messy all over. And go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, one. Give me 1 second, J. Wilson.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. Is it all right if I give T this cash app?
Is it all right to what again?
Give T this cash app, Mama T this cash app.
You know what? You can. Let me say this. We're going to do this.
I'm gonna do it in a professional way. I'm talking
Yeah.
to
If
family,
you want
so
to
I
do
wanted to step
something,
up
you
and.
can. You're not obligated to.
Okay.
But I don't want my hands on this Cash App. If somebody's going to send it, it's going to go directly to her. I don't want you to send me nothing. I don't want it. I don't want that. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because you know why. And so yeah.
Yeah. Also, her daughter said, "Thank you very much, Jay Wilson. She appreciated it, and she wants you to know that's coming from her." Um, Tita's Cash App is $ Tita talks with a S, TITATALKS. She
Ushers,
wants
could
to
you all
thank.
put that down and we'll share that. If people want to give, I feel safer giving to her Cash App because it's hers. I don't need to be no middleman, you know. And so, Ushers, you can put that down. That's Cash App, TITATALKS. Is that correct, Jamila?
Yes.
Okay.
She wants to
Okay.
thank everyone that does send to her. Um, don't send no other way but to that Cash App. No one else. Nothing.
So are you in contact with her?
Yes.
Okay. I'm upset. I'm upset because my thing is I really didn't want to talk about it. And as you notice, I'm not talking about these situations because I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I see what's out there, but what bothers me is when somebody tries to take advantage of the situation. And my thing is with friends like this, who needs enemies? And I
Good.
mean that. I don't need to know about this woman's son graduating. I don't need to know every move she's making. You know, when a friend is in trouble, you try to cover a friend. You know, you don't want to lie about things, but then you don't have to be so open and so like, well, this is happening and this is happening. And I think that's what bothers me the most. And my thing is, I think it's a dark situation. Again, the situation ain't good overall. You know what I'm saying? And
Correct.
so that's already bad now that that's out there. You can't help it. It is the beef sector. But then when folk acting like that this is some kind of, I don't know, it seems like it's so trivial to her. It seems like I'm doing nothing wrong. Or why are you getting upset? Or the family asked me to do this. And I'm like, did the family ask you to tell when this boy is graduating? Did the family ask you to do all of this? Are you serious? And
No.
she's not the only one who has contact with Tita.
Correct.
And, you know, she's not the only one. And again, Jamila, some folk may have known already.
Correct.
Okay. But yeah, so ushers, do you all have that? Could y'all please put that in the thing, Tita's Cash App? I think I might try to type it in here. Give me a minute. You said that was Cash App,
$
$
TITA.
hold on for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. TITA
TALKS.
TAL Okay, hold on for a minute.
And the daughter also said she has access to the Cash App and there's nothing fishy there. So
So she
I'm
has access to the Cash App.
mm-hmm, I'm
My
repeating
thing is
verbatim
this.
what she's telling me.
Okay,
So
is
if
this daughter telling
mhm,
anybody to speak for her or speak for the
no,
family?
no, she's not telling anyone to speak for the family, but that's why I clicked the link. She hadn't spoke to anyone to tell them to speak for the family or tell any family business. So personally, for me at this point, I really don't want to speak about Mama Tita. She had
Hmm.
That's her story. She's gonna tell it when she get home. I understand that other people, want to make commentary. That's fine. It's out there. It's what is YouTube. We're expecting that.
Hmm.
But thank you to everybody that putting her in prayer as well as the other families. Just thank
Okay.
you.
So according to Jamila, Tita can receive these Cash Apps. So it's no need for a third person. It's
This
no
YouTube.
need
Let me make
for.
that correction, Jay Wilson. This YouTube. According to me, the Cash Apps go directly to her daughter and she sends them to Tita.
Okay, so they go directly to her daughter, and her
Yes.
daughter sends them to Tita, right?
Yes.
So I would trust her daughter. And we want to make this clear. And like I said, I am not telling anybody that you all got to do anything for anybody. But see, even with this situation, um, and that's totally up to you again. Because if you don't feel it in your spirit to give, don't give. The Lord
Absolutely.
loves a cheerful giver. And if you ain't gonna be cheerful or you got some reservations, keep that money. Because again, I don't want nobody to do anything that they don't feel um, compelled to do. And I want to make that very clear. But
Can I
I find
repeat
it
the
very
Cash?
odd, huh?
Sorry. Can I repeat the Cash App?
Yes.
The Cash App is $TITATALKS. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Her
I'm
family
gonna be
is
very,
all. That's all I want
huh?
to say. I said her family is seeing everything. That's all I want to say. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
continue
and
about
that's what
that.
I want people to know too, Jamila. These
Hmm.
folk are seeing things. And I think people need to be very careful. And this is why I don't need to go into great details and all of this stuff and this and this. Because again, friends don't have to give a play by play of this. Now, there are some people who are in contact with family. All I'm going to say is, you all, what you can do for these people, pray for them and pray for the family. If the family needs for us to know something, I'm sure they have uh, trustworthy means of letting us know.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
and that's all I'm saying. And so I just think that people need to be extremely careful. Now, if you want to give to Miss Tita, that's a cash app, and you don't need no third party.
Mm-mm.
It goes to the daughter according
Mm.
to Jamila, and the daughter sends those cash apps. So it is what it is, and I'm sure that she will let her mother know what's going on. And that's all I can say. Now, nobody
And
don't
she
have to do
calls you,
this.
and her daughter
Yeah,
calls you Brother Jay. She said, "Thank you so so much."
yeah. I'm really upset. Um, and let me say this too, Jamila.
Yes.
You don't have to tell everybody that you friends with somebody.
Mm-mm.
Just be the friend.
Mm-hmm.
Just be the friend.
I
You
agree.
know, heaven forbid something happens to the people that I care for on YouTube. There are some things that go on that will go to the grave with me because, again, I don't feel that it's necessary to share.
Absolutely.
And I just do not like the exploitation. I don't like people acting like, oh, because I had this for a year and I was holding this for a year. So what? See, that's the whole thing. It's like you ain't the only one, but you out here running your mouth. And I'm like, shh, be quiet. Because if the family did depend on you and this is what you're doing, then they need to go and search somewhere else. because right now it is very unfavorable, and a lot of the YouTube OGs as well as 2.0s or whatever you want to say are sitting here looking at you, and folk are shaking their head, and it's just like you don't have any social cues. It's like you don't have any boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say this, because we have had our situations where I told you something that was right, not because I was trying to control you, but I saw down the line that this is going to be a problem.
Be a
And I
disaster.
said, don't do it. And you went right ahead and did it. And then all of a sudden this, and you didn't like people talking about your situations and your circumstances and all of the stuff that you was going on. So why do you think that Tita want all of her dirty laundry put all out here, and you giving a color play by play of her family and their life? I mean, her son graduation has nothing to do with us. We should know about that. We don't know who's going to show up and do something crazy.
Nobody, and I don't even want to talk about that, but I understand what you're saying. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That was
And
supposed
so
to be
that,
put
that
out
person has
there.
no boundaries.
Mm-mm.
And then you got the nerve to sit up here and text me talking about telling me what to do and shut this up and da 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 da. My thing is, if you would have taken advice from some people who were really trying to help you, you wouldn't even be on probation right now. But no one can tell you anything. And I truly believe that your parents couldn't tell you anything. And I believe that this is let you do what the hell you want to. And this is why you are in the situation you're in, because you are the smartest person in the room. Nobody can say nothing to you. And
Mm.
there are some people who can see some things. So again, I want to thank Jamila for coming up.
Thank
and
you for
and and
having me.
so if you really want to help Tita, you can do that. You're not obligated, and I'm not forcing anybody to do it. Some people don't have a favorable outlook of Tita, some people do. And let me tell you something, whatever Tita has gone through and has been through, she has always been transparent in her life, and that's what I really like about Tita, because she's always been transparent in Tita. And I like Tita, and I hate this situation, but I like Tita. And my like for Tita is not going to change because of this situation. It's a tragic situation. I don't get deep into it. But my thing is, this is not time for exploitation right now. And I think it needs to stop. I think it
Okay.
just needs to stop.
So I do want to clarify. I was in the chat the whole time, so I saw some people asking for her cash app. That's why I reached out to the family, asked was it okay to give. Um, I don't want nobody to think that they're begging or anything. If you find it on your heart to give, and you want to support Tita, you can do that. But no one's begging, no one's. I just saw it in the chat, and I reached out to the family and said this is what's happening. So I want to make that very clear as well, so everything can be very
And
clear.
tell the family we're praying for them. If you talk to them, and that's what you can do. If they need anything, they know how to reach out to people. They
Yeah,
really do. But and
and if
I'm
they
going to
need a
say
platform,
this.
they
I'm
know
going to say
how to
this, and I'm
reach
going to be really honest with you all. I'm going to be very candid and honest with you all. It broke my heart when this stuff came out. It really did. However, I know it's the beef sector. I know that people are going to report it because it's content, and I get it. It hurt my heart. It really did. And I wish it wouldn't have happened, but it did. And I can't be mad at anybody. I can't control people's platforms and what they say. I can't. I can't. But what burns me is that, it just seems to me that this individual is just going to the boundaries to see how she can push the boundaries without saying that I'm her friend and all of this stuff. And it's like, and I think the thing that really pushed me to the edge, Jamila, is the Cash App. And I'm like, oh my God, you got a trust fund, you got all this money, send it. You send it. And the thing is, if you really want it to be legit, just send it to Tita's damn Cash App. You
out.
didn't need to send it to yours or nothing like that, because it makes you look disingenuous. You know the beef sector. You know people look at you crazy when you do that kind of stuff. You know how we didn't even touch the money for our cruise, and we could have, but we wanted to be above board. And you don't even have sense enough to do that. And it just bothers me. And then Jamila, I don't know if you've seen it, but she made it about her. Y'all don't know what I was going through when I was, and I'm like, girl, it's not about you. It's not about you and your stories. Take your story out of this. Your story don't have nothing to do with this.
And she always does. So, I really don't want to talk about her. I don't want no more about Tita. I just want to thank you,
I
Jay.
got you, and
No,
I'm gonna end this
I
right now. Like I said, I was telling the folk that I'm not gonna talk about the situation,
no, I understand that.
but what really pissed me off was the things that were happening around the situation and how this thing has taken legs. And it seems like people are hitting panels, and they act like they're on CNN, and I'm like, girl, stop it. Just stop it. You're not helping her. And if you're helping her, the perception is not coming through clearly. There is some muddiness and there's some cloudiness in your willingness, I guess, to help. And then she got the nerve to hit me up there talking about telling me to shut the F up and all of this stuff and what her daughter said and everything. And I'm like, really?
She don't have to listen. No, she didn't ask. They didn't ask for a PR person this morning. They didn't ask for no cash apps. They didn't ask for the family to be told about. They just appreciate all the prayers. They're going through something heavy, and they just need a little time. We
Okay.
understand
And I'm
that
going to
they
say this,
want,
you all. You
you
know
know,
what? If you
will
really
come out.
love Tita, if you really like Tita, just pray for her. And if
Please.
you really want to do something for her, and if God or the universe or whatever you want to say is moving upon your heart to do something, just do it. You don't have to let nobody know. Just do it. God sees what you're doing, okay? And you don't have to let the whole world know. Just do it, okay? And what you can really do for her is pray. And that's it. And that's it, because these people are going through a lot right now, and what they don't need is added stress of internet mess. They don't need added stress of YouTube stuff. The situation probably has been stressful enough. Let people breathe. Consider yourself. Consider your family. Consider. And that's all I'm saying. So
I see
you know,
48.
that's what I say.
I
If it's gonna
see
be done,
40.
do it to Tita's Cash App. You don't need to put my Cash App down, because I don't want to be responsible for giving nobody nothing. Just give it to the person.
Me neither.
Anything else you got to say, Jamila? Because I'm gonna end it. I've said what I need to say, and yeah. So
I think I
any
said
last
everything
words?
that
Because
needed to
she
be.
done text me. She done text me 50 times, and I'm to the point now where I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done. And if these texts get real crazy, I'll just go right on to the PD, because I'm done.
Yes, Tita, daughter does know you guys are sending it on behalf of Tita, and it will get to Tita. Um,
Okay.
if anything else is needed, I'll ask her daughter to come live and clarify it. That's the best I could do, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
like
for
I said,
everything.
I'm
You
open to
press.
that. I mean, like I said, or whoever. Let me say this: I don't care who. But if the family decides that they want to say or do something, because it's totally up to them, I think it's their decision. But people who care for folk, they just don't make a spectacle out of it. They don't make it a three-ring circus, because it's not that. And I just want to be very clear, it is not that. And yes, I'm hurt because people are talking about it, but I can't stop people from talking about it. I'm just telling y'all, I just really feel some kind of way about that. I don't hate people. I don't. I just think that everything is not meant for content. I heard Reed mention that, and I think Reed is right. Everything ain't meant for content. I just
Mm-mm.
don't. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. Everything ain't meant for content. I mean, you can do it, and that's good, but everything ain't meant for content. So my prayers to the
You
family.
reap what you sow.
Really, I really want to thank you, Jamila, for coming on and giving that. I really appreciate that. I am very, very um, I really like Tita a lot. I think Tita is a cool person, and she's always encouraged me. She's always said, "You keep going." I know that a lot of people didn't like her, but that ain't my issue. You know, what you and her got going don't have nothing to do with me. All I know is that she treated me with dignity. Um, she would encourage me to sing. She said, "Brother Jay, I don't care what nobody say. You sang and you hit that song and you did that note. Ooh." And Tita has been that way. And I can appreciate her. And I just love her journey and how transparent she is. And and Cheetah loves kids. It's just, and it just bothers me. But like I said, this is one time I will be transparent. I was feeling some kind of way when folk were really talking about her, and you know why? You know why? You know I like you. You know I love me some Miss Tita, and you know that.
No, I know for sure. I know you guys love each other. Yes, I know.
Yeah, so it really bothered me, and then to see this situation and the perception and the optics of it, I'm just like, stop it. You don't have to continue to say that's my friend. Be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Jamila, thank you all for coming on, y'all. I'm gonna
Thank you
end
for
this
having me.
live.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna end this live, you all. And so I'm yeah, I'm gonna end this live. But you all, if you don't give anything, that's okay. If you can just say a word of prayer, just do it. If you don't want to pray for the person, just pray for the situation, or just pray that things work out. I just, and if you don't want to pray, that's fine too. I just think that, um, I just think that the beef sector, when it comes to serious stuff, we rise to the occasion, and this is serious, you know. And I'm right. That's right. It's the busy. Both families. By no means am I excusing things. By no means am I pointing the finger. By no means am I trying to be. But my thing is, put yourself in the situation, you know. And I don't want to put salt into a wound and pour water on a drowning woman. But I realize that there's a family that's grieving as well, and we know that. And so that's what I have to say tonight, y'all. So y'all, it's a hurtful situation, and it's a no-win situation. So I just pray that God heals all. That's what I pray, that God heals all. And so that's all, you all. And yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. I'm not. So I don't know what you owe me an apology. You will not get one from me. You owe me an apology. And I don't think I'm going to get it. But you owe me an apology. You have done some despicable stuff. And you owe me an apology. All right, you all. Have a good night. Peace and love, and y'all take care.